Hello seekers, welcome to Punneit's Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. When Sun will enter Leo zodiac sign, it will enter into Magha Nakshatra. I have made a detailed ascendant-wise analysis for Sun transit in Leo. You can watch that on my channel, or the link will be in the description box below. But when Sun enters Leo as a zodiac sign, the nakshatra that Sun encounters is Magha. Magha is the nakshatra that relates to power, authority, kingly behavior, royalty. It is like the coronation of the king. So definitely it is like the transfer of power. And when king fights the ashlesha, the jealousy and all the negativity, when it reaches Leo, it enters into its own zodiac sign. Everybody stands, and while everybody leaves their thrones, like their seats, the king sits on his seat, and then everybody sits on their seat. That's like a mark of respect. So Magha's, the symbolism of Magha, which is chair or king's throne, is also seen with this kind of behavior. And when Sun enters this Magha Nakshatra, this actually gives us a lot of power to think about where we stand in our life, our seat of authority in our life, and whether we are able to assess the situation in the right or wrong manner, whether we are familiar to the problems of life, because when the king gets the throne, he becomes the supreme judge, he becomes the supreme court in a way. His decisions and his power are the supreme, and nobody can cross that. So that means this is a symbol of absolute power. Although there is nothing in this world called absolute power, all power is relative, but the concept of absolute power can be said in a closed domain. Like imagine a kingdom. A kingdom is a closed arrangement of a certain people, of a certain region of the earth for a certain period of time. If we fix this parameter, then we can say that king is an absolute power there. But in reality, there's nothing absolute. Everybody will die, things will change, civilizations will collapse, new people will be born, Kalyug will die, Kalyug will change, Satyug will come, then again this cycle repeats. Magha reminds us of this cycle, Magha reminds us of the power, but Magha also tells us the power of sacrifice. Because when Sun will enter this zodiac sign, do you know there is another planet where Sun will interact with full potential, and that is Ketu. Because Magha is represented by Ketu, its planetary lordship is associated with Ketu. The ruler of Magha Nakshatra is Pitras. That means it is genetic in nature. So when Sun goes in Magha Nakshatra, it will let us know, can we carry the legacy of our family? Can we carry the legacy that has been, the responsibility that has been given to us? Do we follow that? And that is where the Magha power is shown when Sun enters, because Sun illuminates, Sun is the power, Sun is life, it's the Jivatma. And when Sun enters into Magha and Sun interacts with Ketu energy, you will be surprised that Ketu is in Libra, in Chitra Nakshatra, which is a Martian Nakshatra, and for which I have also uploaded a video. You can check that out also. Sun will find Ketu third from itself, therefore it will kind of tell you that there are few things which you will have to sacrifice or let go in order to accomplish your task, in order to fulfill your dreams, in order to reach where you want to reach. It's like the king may have to sacrifice maybe his own happiness. Maybe he wanted to do something which is very personal to him, but he can't because of the greater good. So when Sun goes in Magha, it goes beyond the personal and goes global. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So people who are fire zodiac sign, which is Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, will have to think about the greater good, because Magha Surya will be in their trine. Also, if you have any Pitradosh in your birth chart, you can connect to a Pandit, you can connect to an astrologer and see if you can solve that Pitradosh, or simply if you donate something which is related to your ancestors, it will be great. If you have a Kuladevi, Kuladevata, That means if your ancestors have been praying to a particular gods and goddess, then you must connect to that culture, that roots. Ketu always talks about roots. And when in Magha, you should know that you will have to get connected to your firm roots, and then only you will be able to achieve something. When Sun is in Magha, anyone who is born in Ketu Nakshatra or someone who is in Ketu Mahadasha will get a lot of gains and profits. If your Ascendant has Ketu, if your Moon is with Ketu, if your Sun is with Ketu, you can resolve psychological and mental issues when Sun will be in this Nakshatra. People who want to try for government sector jobs, they can, or who are going and willing to work for government, will see a positive growth, especially if you are a fire zodiac sign. If you are an air zodiac sign, then the energies of Magha will fall into your trine of desire. And when that happens, you also have to understand that your air zodiac is influenced heavily by Ketu's energy, because Ketu is in Libra. Libra is air zodiac sign. So you will be the one who will have to sacrifice something, and sacrifice is not always wrong. Sometimes you have to give up an old habit in order to improve your health. You may have to maybe sell off a business because it is becoming very bad. It is a loss-bearing business. It's a loss-bearing venture. Or if you are in a toxic relationship, then Sun in Magha will give you that confidence, that self-awareness that maybe you need to pull yourself out. So depending upon your own life situation, either there will be a little bit of sacrifice or little bit of awareness, and also you will know more about your own self-worth. This feeling of self-worth is about Sun in Magha, knowing that you are the king. But because of Ketu, the ego should be, it's like a role. It's like, imagine you are in a theater play and you are given a role of a king. You are not a real king, but you are given a role. But if you have to execute that role, you have to assume that you are a king. But you never relate with that post. You just do your role. We all are playing roles in our life given to us by the divine, through our own karma, as seen from the horoscope. And if we play that role nicely with all joy and happiness without assuming that we are that role, you are good to go. And this kind of philosophy is the theme of Sun in Magha Nakshatra. Now, if you observe people who are associated with Earth zodiacs like Virgo, Capricorn and Taurus, you will be more worried about your finances. This Sun in Magha's theme will direct you towards your financial zone, and it will want you to do something about money. It will want you to do something about your career. So expect career changes, but don't expect any the kind of favor coming from bosses. It is like you have to take matters in your own hand. And one thing is very important, that is called display of ownership. Say a task has been given to you. It might not be your task, but you are being responsible for execution. So you have to show that ownership. So this is say somebody is working in a company, or performing a certain job or role. But if you take it as if it is your role, again, it is not connecting to the role as if you are the role, but you are portraying, playing the theater play and doing justice to your action. If you move in that path, if you're an Earth zodiac sign, Moon sign or Ascendant, you will see that you will be able to earn wealth, and this will give you that awareness. Now this awareness may also bring in a little bit of lack of confidence, but don't worry. Sun will give you a lot of boost of energy and will give you sufficient time frame to actually work on the loopholes. Sun in Magha is actually a very good transit, considering that this Surya will be in trine with Jupiter which is in Bharani. And Jupiter in Bharani and Sun in Magha, when it comes in the Nav Pancham Yoga, that means 9-5 position, it starts giving everybody the power to create. So innovation will be at its all-time high, especially if you are if you are a water zodiac. You will see that not only career will be affected, but also you will be more innovative and creative during this time. If you are water moon sign, like if you're a Kark moon sign, if you're a Scorpio moon sign, if you're a Pisces moon sign, then definitely there will be a lot of innovation, transformation coming your way. Because see, for Cancer, Sun will be in the second house. So it will impact your family, right? For Scorpio, Sun will be in the 10th house, it will impact your career. And for Pisces, Sun will be in the 6th house. So see how it is affecting 2, 6 and 10. So it is affecting the earth trine of finances, career, money, problem solving skills, bringing creativity, also getting touch in with family. Sun in Magha means you will have to play the role of the elder one if it is influencing you, and you will have to get together, get along with family, and maybe have a get together, be there for people whom you trust and who trust you. And sometimes it is the king's sacrifice. You may not be willing because you don't like the person, but because you are responsible, just be there. That is how you show that you are ready for the power. And when you show, remember, Sun in Magha is not the only thing. Then Sun will go in Purva Falguni, then Sun will move in Uttara Falguni, and Sun will keep on moving. But this 1 month and this 10-15 days of 13 days of Sun in Magha transit is like a kind of you can say a trigger for 1 full year, because Sun will come back to Leo next year in mid of August. So it is like you are telling that for this 1 full year you are going to behave in that manner, you are going to operate in this arrangement. Also, if anyone is involved in export and import, if anyone is involved in government sector, will see great boost. If you are willing to work for your country, if you are doing social service, Sun in Magha will be excellent. It will be great for people who are in media, communication, journalism, who are into theaters, who are into furniture, especially a lot of people who build and develop furniture, who design furniture, who are artists, who are interior designers, will see great boost during this time. And anyone who is into the business of lighting will also see their business becoming more and more productive. But try to understand, because Ketu is third from the Sun, the strength of the Surya lies with Ketu. That means the king's potential is with Ketu. So this Sun can be slightly violent in nature. That means if say for example you are feeling humiliated or you are feeling slightly negative, so Ketu can actually accelerate the process, because he wants you to be free from that particular toxic thing. So if you see that no, you are not connecting to something, understand that this may be the Ketu's play. Either you get rid of it, like say for example you don't like the job, start finding a job. But if this destabilizes you, don't do it. Rather wait for some time, disconnect yourself, mentally disconnect, and try to be within you and try to assess what you can do. Sometimes you have to understand what is your true potential before you actually pitch in. And so this becomes a time of preparation. So that was a quick take. Do let me know how you feel. Sun in Magha is going to be an excellent time for all of us. Just that we have to understand the power of Ketu, and you can chant Ketu mantra, Om Kem Ketave Namah, Om Kem Ketave Namah, or any Navagraha Shanti Stotra to pacify the energies of Ketu. Take care of your eyesight, take care of your overall immunity, and wake up before sunrise, and if possible do a little bit of fasting, especially on Ekadashi. That will help you a lot. For consultations you can drop me an email. For social media you can see the link in the description box. Please subscribe and share the video among family and friends so that the word of astrology spreads and you all can stay connected. Thank you for watching till now. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, namaste.